everybody. Good afternoon. Great to see you all here. Dear Ruth, dear Ben, welcome. It's a celebration. It's a kind of a holiday. And throughout the course of my tenure as president, I have had the privilege to preside over a number of dedications made possible by my dear friend, Ruth Flinkman-Marandy. Ruth has been part of the university family for more than 30 years. She and her late husband, Sam, got involved with our university in early 1980s, maybe 1982. So over many years, along with Stan and of blessed memory, and more recently together with her husband, Ben, Ruth has been a cornerstone of AABGU's work in the Southwest region, where she served as the region's campaign chairperson. Well, saying that Ruth served as the region's campaign chairperson is, belittling her involvement with this community. Almost from the beginning, she was making regular visits to BGU, a devoted supporter of several Israeli universities, and I have to make a point there in a moment. She and members of her family have made a point of participating in international board meetings at least every other year. Now, Ruth is an avid supporter of higher education in Israel in general. She is a very unusual example to somebody who can identify with many universities, be devoted to allegedly, competing universities, loving them all, supporting them all, helping them all. So I think in that aspect, Ruth, you are so unique, and I thank you very much, on behalf of Israel at large, and obviously Ben-Gurion University. I mean, what you're doing to all the others, it's not a matter of us being envy or jealous, not at all. I think it's like you have a couple of kids, that you love the same, you appreciate differently because everybody is different from the other, but still you love them all. Well, I can appreciate, like I have all 5 fingers, but there are some fingers I like less. In 2013, Ruth was given the university's highest honor when she was awarded the honorary doctorate. The same year, she and Ben had their name added to the president's pillars, identifying them among the university's most generous supporters. And so here we are again, dear Ruth and dear Ben, with gratitude as we celebrate the dedication of Ruth Flinkman-Marandy and Ben-Marandy Multidisciplinary Research Laboratory Building. The state-of-the-art research facility will provide desperately needed lab space, both for established researchers as well as for newcomers to BGU, and some returning from prestigious postdoctorates abroad. So thank you very much. Thank you for the building. Thank you for the chair. And thank you for your steadfast support of us and AABGU all over the years. And again, on behalf of all Israeli universities, thank you, Ruth Flinkman-Marandy, Ben-Marandy. Thank you. Ruth Flinkman-Marandy and Ben-Marandy, on the occasion of the dedication of the Ruth Flinkman-Marandy and Ben-Marandy Multidisciplinary Research Laboratory Building, may this building provide an abode of wisdom and learning for students, teachers, and researchers, so they strive for excellence and seek to extend the boundaries of knowledge. Rivka Karmi, President, June of 2016. And the key says, in the Negev, the creativity of pioneering vigor of Israel will be tested. Say who? Ben-Gurion, 1955.
I can't imagine that almost 30 years ago when a friend of mine introduced me to the work that was being done here at Ben-Gurion. Her family was in the farming business, and she was so impressed with the drip irrigation that was being done. She said, we just have to meet the people that are involved. So as many of you started, we did scholarships. And then we met Ron Folman, who started the nanotechnology department at that time. And we got to know the work that he did. And when I saw two atoms talking to each other, I was convinced that it was worthwhile. So we're very pleased to be able to do more. My late husband Stan and I started, and we were lucky enough to be able to financially increase our giving, and to see the work that has been done here is just mind-blowing. And every year we come, we see the development of the Negev, and the students and the people that are involved, of the quality of the people and the students, the professors, and the university is so beautiful. And I've talked to students who said that they love it here because it not only is the quality of education superb, but the atmosphere is so warm and friendly. And we are a family. We really love everybody, and we feel so warm and welcome when we come. And just keep up the good work. That's all I can say. And we just honor you all very much. Thank you.
Okay. Well, in a ceremony for a new chair, it's probably more appropriate to talk about physics, but I would actually like to spend the 2.5 minutes I have left to talk about Ruth and Ben. And after that, when we go out, if somebody has any questions about physics, you are welcome. So before I talk about Ruth and Ben, I would like to note the late Stan Flinkman. He, together with Ruth, when I came to this university, they embraced me and helped me realize the vision of a nanofabrication facility, clean rooms like Intel has, which was something that was badly needed. And I have very warm memories of him. And I remember, for example, hiking with him in the mountains of Jerusalem. And he had great humor and insight. And he was a dear friend. And now to Ruth and Ben. So it's quite rare to meet people who are generous with their money. And it's also quite rare to meet people who are generous with their time. And it's also rare to meet people who are generous with their heart. And with Ruth and Ben, I found people who have all three things in one. So that's really rare to find. And it was very, and still is, emotional for me to be their friend. And actually not just a friend, I feel that we are part of a family. I use this word everywhere we meet. LA, San Francisco recently, Israel. Ruth even was brave enough to go into the desert with me one day. But as all other people that go into the desert with me for a hike, she never asked for a second hike. So Ruth and Ben have made great contributions, and the microscopy wing here at the Nano building, and as I said before, the nanofabrication facility, and have really made my research here possible. So thank you very much to Ruth, and thank you very much for Ben. You are both great people, and I love being with you and spending time together. I thought what to wish you in my closing words, and then as I was sitting today thinking of the words I should say, I remembered our little walk on the beach just 2 days ago. So it was an evening stroll along the beach, and I was looking at Ruth and Ben holding hands, walking along the beach, and it just was so clear that they are such a charming couple. And so what I would like to wish you is that you have many more years, of course, of health and happiness and love as you have now. So thank you very much, Ruth, and Ben, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before I'm forced out from this podium, There are two other people that are usually, two other persons that are usually not in the spotlight, but have made a huge impact on my research here that I would like to acknowledge. The first one is Philip Gompertz, who is sitting right here. I've known Philip now for quite a number of years. We've worked together in LA, many meetings, running around, working very hard, and I have personally witnessed how hard Philip is working and is dedicated to this university. And so I personally wanted to tell you, thank you. Thank you very much, Philip. Thank you very much. Thank you. And the second person who typically in these ceremonies does not get a credit, he does not ask for credit, but he deserves a lot of credit and actually made my research here possible, is the CEO of this university, David Bareket. Thank you, David. So for 13 years now that I am in this university, when David sees me in the street, he goes to the other sidewalk. He moves to the other side of the street. Oh, sorry. Because every time he sees me, I have some complaint, the water is not running, the air conditioning is not running, the electricity is breaking down and so on. And instead of being annoyed with me, he always sits down, looks at the problem, and tries to help. So without David, I could definitely have not done what I have managed to do here in Ben-Gurion. So thank you very much, David. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I'm going now to read the script for Ruth and Ben. Ben-Gurion University of the Negev hereby proclaim the inauguration of the Ruth Flinkman-Marandy and Ben-Marandy Chair in Quantum Physics and Nanotechnology. May the work conducted under the auspices of this chair provide a framework for groundbreaking research in nanotechnology and quantum physics, illuminating the most elusive aspects and helping advance knowledge in this important field. Ben-Gurion University of the Negev extends its heartfelt thanks to Ruth Flinkman-Marandy and Ben-Marandy for the generous gift and steadfast support of the university's mission to serve the Negev. Professor Fekari, President, Alex M. Goren, Chairman of the Board of Governors, Professor Tzvia Cohen, Rector, June of 2016.